5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the ROMELLO Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Welcome to the ROMELLO Marcellus Show. I'm he and he is me. Yeah, I am here. And yeah, it's been some time. But yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back. Hope all is well with everybody, man, as we ease into this thing, man. I'm just going to let it tick away a little bit as I set up this show. Let's people get in the room, man. Let's people see that we're here. Well, welcome back to the ROMELLO Marcellus Show. I'm he is me. Been away for a few, man, and you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Had to deal with some family issues, man. We're human. We're human. We're human. What I want to do, man, is I kind of want to get into you know, a tag on to a discussion, man, that I kind of put out on a video yesterday, right? And I don't know how many of you all know, and this is my question. We've been asking for reparations for years and years and years, and it seems like it's not going to happen for us, but it will happen for others, such as this. I don't know whether you knew that this even happened. got a situation where this was an award for Holocaust survivors. And to my knowledge, they received 2 of these things in this country. What I'm having a problem with this is that none of the atrocities that happened to them happened here. But they were able to receive those reparations or those awards or those things or those monies to help their cause. We've yet to see anything in regards to an acre or a mule. I guess the closest things we got to a reparation was the stimulus checks that were received last year from a lot of you guys, White Daddy. Yeah. Headspace, man. Headspace. I mean, you can't tell me that you have a president who was quote unquote skinfolk and he was able to give 12 million to Holocaust survivors in this country, and the Holocaust didn't occur in this country. They migrated here after the war as survivors. But hell, we've been whipped, ran over, hoodwinked, Plymouth Rock dropped on us, ran over by the Nina, the Pinta, and a Pinto, and the Gremlin, and every goddamn thing else, and we can't receive a dime in this country. I'm kind of remiss by this because, once again, like I said, this was received twice. And yeah, Mistletoe Joe was a part of this thing too. I mean, that you guys jumped on the bandwagon and you voted this joker into the office, so we know we ain't getting a dime from him. It's a shame. I was watching this video where it was this kind of portly guy. He was waiting for ice cream, and there was a trickster at the ice cream booth, and he would hand them a cone of ice cream, but every time he took the cone, he took the ice cream off, or he flipped the cone over and gave him a napkin, and ended up giving him the napkin, and he ended up putting the napkin in his mouth. And this is kind of what has happened to us with our democratic selection. I'm not drawing lines, but I'm saying, man, every time we latch on to these folks, they step in our necks even further. They've never been for us, and yeah, still on for us. It is as it always has been. It's kind of every man for man, woman, and child for themselves. Yeah. On a lighter note, man, let me ask y'all a question while we're on the topic, man. Let me get into this thing because I want to see what y'all think about this. I think that's harmless. You think that's harmless? I think it's harmless. I mean, I guess it's harmless now because I'm numb to it, and it's just what we've seen or what we're accustomed to seeing. Yeah. Is it harmless? Is it harmless? I guess some would think that it would be, but when we go back to it, it's like, okay, what's the problem with what I just saw? What is the real problem? Yeah. Because it seems like this is an issue right here.
What the fuck is this? What is this? This is on the side of a bus rolling through your street. Rolling on the side of your street. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bullfucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of the bus. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to be respected? Is this...
Listen. All of that hoopla, man, that we just watched, man, is kind of, I don't see what all the goddamn fuss is about. Check this out, right? This is what we're talking about. Meek Mill's bus. Someone shouted out, "Hey, man, I saw your bus parked in IKEA parking lot, man, and had to take a photo." I mean, there's some images on there. And, you see the palm trees, you see the motorcycle, you see the black guy, and You see money and trees and palm trees and so on and so forth. But then if you flip to the side, then I guess you can see a few other things, right? But to my dismay, we're talking about whether or not someone respects themselves, as this person said. I just saw your tour bus. It's obvious you don't respect women, but what's more apparent is that you don't respect yourself either. Well, I beg to differ. You know, the question tonight to me, here we go. Schoolman says, hey, looks like that was Meek Mill's. That was your bus after all. Just imagine the mindset of the people who that appeals to. I'm not disappointed in Meek, he says. That's what the culture they speak of is all about. Not surprisingly, a black androgynous woman from Chicago did the illustration. So you have a woman's point of view. It was her point of view to do this for this bus. I mean, and it was a form of art. But at the same time, we got jokers like this coming out, man. This is Meek Mill's album cover. Boom. When are black women going to call out? When are black people going to call out black people for the injustice against black people? The number one threat to black women is black men. The most disrespectful people towards black women are black men. We're the feminists. I beg to differ. And here's why. When you have things that I showed you earlier, like that harmless video, that's every day, all day. You know, just like this. Or this. Or this. Or this. And this is given away every day. Free gram. Go get it all day long. But yet and still, you have a problem when someone puts it in artistic expression or an artistic expression. So now there's an issue whether or not we respect black women as black men. And I beg to differ. It's hard to respect a people in whole when there have been so many abuses or atrocities and disconnections. You know, let me put it to you like this. Motherfuckers are paying attention. So it's always going to get attention. Okay? And when you look at the artistic expression of this individual, and that's accepted by the purchaser or the endorser of that work, it doesn't speak to necessarily the individual, but the culture we're in. And when that's a problem, it's that saying, man, when people speak up about things, they're speaking about usually their own truths or their own problems. Okay? If you have a problem with being accepted for who you are, that's your shit. But when we look around, man, we can't control anyone. You know? I don't find it offensive when it's already been accepted. When I say accepted, meaning accepted through action and through the expression of what females are willing to do out here now, you know, but yet and still, you have some who are willing to sit back and point fingers and that kind of thing. But hey, more power to you. Here we go. She said, nah, because why Meek Mill got a naked black woman bent over, coochie out, painted on the side of a damn bus driving through the streets. At some point, black women have to shut shit down like this. Well, how you shut shit down like this is you stop busting it open on the fucking video, and yeah, it's nothing to see, you know. When I say that is, just like I said before, when you're doing this kind of shit for free all day, and these are fresh photos, free all day. I just went and pulled them down, just boop, boop, put them right up. So when you got this going on all day, I mean, what is there to say? What are you going to do about it? Because half is out there, somebody's going to exploit it. I mean, you're exploiting yourself. So, I mean, what kind of? I mean, you have to look at it like this. when you're promoting and marketing, propaganda, image and perception is everything. If this individual has dollar signs on his bus, money, poles, naked ladies, cars, motorcycles, these are all the things that this man's mind in his life. You've seen him on the bikes, you've seen him in the cars, you've seen him in the clubs. It's a part of a story. And if it speaks to the album that he put out, hey, excellent marketing, excellent marketing. But at the same time, it's an unbiased opinion or unbiased expression of art because a woman did it. He didn't do it. He merely honored it or endorsed it by putting it on his bus. So I don't see what the hoopla is about and why so many people have so much to say about this kind of shit as opposed to talking about this. Motherfucker, I want my goddamn 40 acres and a mule. But these some bitches giving away this kind of money. Come on, man. Really? And then to add insult to injury, you talking about Columbus Day has been turned into the Indigenous Peoples Day. When the fuck black folks gonna get a day? Fuck the History Month, the shortest day of the year. Really? And it's watered down and commercialized. Yeah. As I said before, man, I don't have any loss in my heart about it coexisting. But play fair. Play fair, damn it. Here's what I'm gonna do. My legal prowess, I'm gonna work on this shit right here. And I'm gonna tell you, plagiarism is a motherfucker. And I'm gonna go right in and I'm grabbing this and I'm changing everything. I'm gonna make it the Survivors of Slavery Federation here. I want to get us some dollars. If you with me, God damn it, let's get it. They got to pay somebody, God damn it, sometime. Yeah, yeah. Travesty, man, travesty. But yet and still, we talking about this shit. This shit. And the fact that a man could put this on his bus as an artistic expression and been taken out of, then it's being taken or has been taken out of context to say that it is offensive to black women. But check this checkmate shit out, right? Check this checkmate shit out. You got a white man running around here screaming bloody murder. Is this what you want, black woman? Which, i.e., is the topic tonight. What does a black woman really want? You might say equality, but when it comes down to it, I'll tell you what. The world has brainwashed you to believe that you can be equal to a man. And I'll say bullshit because you're far more superior in a lot of ways. If you give him sperm, you'll produce life. If I give you fish, I'm going to get dinner. If I give you some bullshit, I'm going to deal with a ton of it in return. So what I'm saying to you is, stop reaching for what society says you should have and just be what you should be. Distractions, people. Distractions. This is what we deal with. Distractions of it all. If you're just joining in, man, the topic tonight is, what does a black woman really want? Or what does a woman really want, for that matter? It doesn't have to be black. We're gonna have an open conversation with the world, because everybody needs to be involved in this situation, because we've been played and pitted against one another for so goddamn long. It's ridiculous. And the majority of us, we sitting here talking, we don't have any power. But I'm gonna use this platform, just like I said. I'm gonna go right back in here. Plagiarism is a motherfucker. I'm gonna piece this together. I'm gonna get us some money, black folk. Yeah. We survivors. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna drive around, go down and take pictures of our Dachau, our Auschwitz, all of our slave camps, our concentration camps. They're still down there, hidden back up in the cut under the little trees and Yeah. You might see the city behind me, but I can guarantee you I can drive 20 miles outside of the city and find a slave shack somewhere, or a noose or abandoned noose from some tree. Yeah. Feels good to be back, man. Feels good to be back. Feels real good to be back. We're going to I got something coming up soon, man. I'm gonna touch on it, right? But I'm gonna need some talented folks. I need some talented folks, man, because I'm gonna set aside something. I got a little situation that I'm gonna plot a path for some folks. I need some writers. I need some people with an eye, with an artistic eye, not autistic, but artistic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All you people, man, that want to pick these fights about this menial bullshit. This is all I want to talk about. This kind of shit. But I'll get into that so that we can get into this. Yeah. I'm not understanding how these things are possible. Well, I do understand, but at the same time, I mean, y'all saw it yesterday. I don't know whether you saw my post about the privilege that we don't have. We have privileges, but not the right privileges. Okay? Yeah. I ain't gonna keep you long. I just wanted to touch base with y'all tonight, man. We need to do this show. Need to get into it. Just a little something, man. Just a little something. I'm trying to figure out, man, what is it that a black woman wants? What is it? Honestly. Sorry about that. What does a black woman want from what? From who? Someone said if it didn't get likes, taps, or double taps, attention, it wouldn't exist. Or we're talking about the ladies and their asses out. Well, that's a given. That's a given. We know that. But it's the thing. Everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody needs 15 minutes of fame. Shit, I want my 15. I'm getting mine now, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But it's not about that for me. I'm just voicing my opinion. I want to be a conduit for those who need to get something off their chest, you know, so we can have some healthy discussions, man. If you're just joining the show tonight, man, the topic is, what does a black woman really want? The reason why this question was stated is because of the rant that was made in regards to Meek's tour bus, you know, and yeah, I think that that is an issue in itself, where I guess people view that as somebody else coming out to champion you guys.
Look at this fucking bus.
Matter of fact, I'll replay it for you again.
What the fuck is this? Is this what you want? Is this how you want it? Look at this fucking bus. Look at this bus that goes by my neighborhood. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is on the side of a bus rolling through your street. Rolling on the side of your street. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bull fucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of the bus. Is this what you want, black women? Fucking bus. Look at this bus that goes by my neighborhood. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is on the side of a bus rolling through your street. Rolling on the side of your street. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Look at this bull fucking shit. Look at this shit on the side of the bus. Is this what you want, black women? Is this what you want? Is this how you want to be respected?
Now we talk about that. Is this what you want, black woman? Is this what you want? Is this what you really want? Is this how you want to be respected? What I don't understand is, once again, it's like any story. You shouldn't run with the story unless you have all the facts. The fact that it was an artistic expression that was created by a black woman or androgynous woman speaks volumes to it. Now, where the idea may have come from, who knows? It was a portrait maybe of what was in someone's mind, or what they saw as an expression to what Meek's artistic expression may be in regards to his new album. There were further comments in regards to the money and the things that were being on the bus that was there. And I'll say this. It's always about the money, motherfucker. It's always about the money. It's never about anything else. Always about the money at the end of the day. You can love something and you can love doing it, but it's always good to receive a check at the end of the day for something that you're really ready to do. Yeah, the phone lines are open. Let me, yeah. You're on the air.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I just had a couple of comments, I guess, and questions. So, I guess as a black woman, my frustration, not so much with his bus, or even the shaking of the ass all over social media. I'm not really frustrated by it, but I do understand where the guy was coming from. And the reason I say that is because within a relationship, a man and a black woman, or a black woman and a black man, the images that you show on your show tonight are not images that he would want of his woman. And so a lot of times, you know, we make the excuse that this is the thing that's always out. But the reality is no man wants to see his own woman in that light. But what you'll find is that same man will be all over social media liking those type of posts. And so we kind of give more attention to it than it's due. But on the flip side of that, sex sells.
Of course.
So that's one thing. The other thing that I want to say is, you know, as an artist, a graphic artist myself, if I create a piece of art, I may have one interpretation of that art. Someone may see that and want to purchase it, and if I give them full licensing and they pay for that, they can do whatever it is they want to do with it. The lady who created that, unless it was specifically in conjunction with Meek Mills and him telling her the idea, and that's what she came up with, she could have created that work years and years and years ago because of her disdain for what she sees all over the media. And it could have been, that could have been her thought process when she created that. He could have happened to see that work of art and said, oh, this is perfect for my album, and he just sees it in a totally different way. So we can't, unless we know that it was specifically created for whatever reason, we can't say what her particular thought process was just because she's a black artist. So my question to you is, and
go ahead. I'm listening to you.
I mean, my question to you is, do we, you know, I get it. We are so numb to seeing the ass shake all over the gram or all over social media all day. Does that make it okay?
Does it make it okay? I mean, in the world we live
That's my question.
in the world we live in, it is okay, I guess. I mean, we're living under free speech, and everybody has a free will to express who they are. I mean, but we're getting in an era where now censorship is becoming more prevalent. I mean, depends on the culture and who decides they want to cancel something out. So
exactly, and that's why I don't understand why it's not more of an issue for Black people, because we're the only ones who are not looked at crazy when we're shaking. Well, we are looked at crazy, but it's still allowed to happen.
Well,
we're the ones who can get killed if somebody can go live. That stuff won't get taken down, but you can't say vaccine on any social media platform without being flagged. We can't talk righteously about our own culture without being flagged in some type of way. But it's okay for us to look foolish and crazy. That's my issue with it. You know, back in the day, like in the 90s or early 80s to the late 80s, and then early 90s when music was real music, you didn't have as many of these images out. It was only a very few artists who would put out these types of images.
Right.
Now it's everywhere. It's not a good balance, and I think that's the issue.
What do you think that's by design? I mean, you have to really understand the people that are on or have been put on. These are the very folks that have been deprived, and it's a chain dog effect. You chain a dog up for so long, man, it's going to do one of two things once you allow it to run free. It's going to be so wild that it'll hurt itself or it'll hurt someone, and we've been hurting ourselves. You know, it's like even with you know, we talk about Juneteenth. How do you have people walking around this country and don't know they're free? Same thing to this day. We're still, as a people, walking around this country without a clue that we are free to a degree. And in other ways, we're truly not free because of our mental state. And we feel that our voices are not heard, when in all actuality, we are. We have the power to control things around us and the destiny of a lot of things that happen to us or not. It's just when we come to the point where the line has to be held at every turn, you've had people that have been bought and sold. You know, even with this last election, Hell, I'm like this, man. We are the stupidest motherfucking culture on the face of this earth, where you got a podunk white man who will sit on the step and tell you, I remember when y'all used to come and sit on my great granddaddy's porch. Looking at you like you straight up a pickaninny. And can sit on a radio show and tell you to your face, if you're not black, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Like, what the fuck does that mean to me when I've watched you 30 years destroy what little fabric we had left by the bills you pushed? And we still are reeling from that shit. And we think these people are going to do something for us. Hell no. We got to get out here and bang the drum and keep motherfuckers and make motherfuckers accountable for the things that they're supposed to be doing. That's on every level. Even these young girls out here twerking, doing the shit that they're doing. Okay. All right, you see it? You got a problem with it? There's a report button. Report that shit. Get them taken down. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. Or comment. Leave it in the comments. Hey, bitch, you need to check yourself because you're making it bad for all of us. But you have a lot of hurt females out here who believe that that is the way to get or garner some attention or affections. That I got to get my stomach done, my ass did, and everything else to feel good about yourself, when, you know, that's mental issues and you need some fucking help.
I mean, the sad thing is, in this day and age, having a mental issue is not going to prevent you from getting paid. Because a lot of these females who are willing to do that, whether it's through OnlyFans, whether it's through getting your followers up enough to monetize this stuff, they are getting checks. So if I can not kill myself, if I can show my ass, I go get a stitch by Dr. Miami or whoever in the DR, and then I can make some cash off of it. As you said, why not get a check for it?
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. Let's put it this way. You sound like a lot of these homo thugs. I don't give a fuck. I have to call it the way it is. A lot of them took the bread so they can go get in a room and get touched. So they have something to be held over their head so they can do people's bidding. The same shit is going on right now. Although you're getting a check, at the end of the day, the scars that they will bear for life, because once you put this shit out, you can't take it back. There's a thumbprint for this shit everywhere. If hair left the governor and God should tarry, you'll see 60, 70, 80 years old. And yeah, you won't view life the same way that you did then, now. And if you did, then goddamn on you. All for $1. How hard did that dollar come? At what cost? The word says, or the thoughts of it is that you got to be mindful of what you say in your house around your children. But hell, what you do out here in these streets around your children is going to profess what they're going to do for you as they get older. Your respect is gone. It's a shame you got these grown, quote unquote, grown ass women out here thinking that that's cool. It ain't. Now, I'm not holier than thou. There was a time I liked that shit. I liked to see it because it was new. We talking about back in the BET Uncut days, you know, way back then. When BET was black owned, that is. That was a long goddamn time ago. Anyway. Yeah. What you want, black woman? You on this phone. What does black women really want?
Want from, what do you mean want? Period, out of life?
Period, yeah. Out of the world you're in right now, what is it that you want? I'm saying this because, like I said, we professed the image, we went back and we talked about, or I talked about the fact that you had people that are willing to come out and say, hey, you know, like this joker right here. Hang on one second. Let me pull him up. Boom. This joker right here is asking about the feminists. And he was saying that, you know, the number one threat to black women is the black man. Really? Is that what we're doing? So what do you really want? in regards to the relations between black men and black women in this society we live in?
First of all, respect. An environment where it is healthy enough where we can be who we are and be safe enough where we're not judged for who we are. But I do feel like today, I mean, that's the basis of what it is that I would want from a relationship. I want someone who is my best friend. Someone who can share everything about themselves with me and not feel like they're being judged. And who can be that same person to me. You know, if I feel like it's me and my man against the world, then nothing else matters. You know, is he working on where he may be falling short? Am I working on where I may be falling short? Are we working to build this unique thing because we have never experienced one another? Do we understand, you know, when he gets quiet, do I understand what that is? Do I understand that a lot of the stuff that he goes through isn't personal? Does he understand that about me? Am I respectful enough to allow him the space that he needs to just figure out whatever it is that he needs to figure it out without taking it personally? You know, do I have him in a way that he knows that he can come to me in a vulnerable manner and I'm not going to look at him as less than a man? So I believe when we hear things like the worst thing that happens to a black woman is a black man, is because we have lost sight of that. We don't have safe environments. You know, a person can't be open enough to just be who they are and it be acceptable to their other person. So a lot of times we're pretending to be something that we're really not. Just because, you know what, it's easier to just go with the flow, or, you know, this seems okay like this, he likes me that way, or she likes me that way, or she believes that this is who I am, so I'm going to pretend. And those are the things that end the relationship. Because at some point, the real you is going to come out. You can't hide from who you are.
Always.
But, you know, but we haven't created that environment, men or women. I don't think that we protect you guys in the way that we're supposed to, and I don't believe that you all always protect us in the way that you're supposed to. You know, a woman, for me, I would say one of the worst things that could happen to me in a relationship is I feel like as the woman in his life, I'm an option to him. You know, he's not focused enough on what we're trying to build to see me as the only woman that he needs. And I get it, we're in 2021. If you're looking for, you know, this polygamy relationship, that's something that should be spoken up front. But nobody wants to feel like, you know, especially with all the other things that we have to deal with in relationships while getting to know someone, other people too. Unless that's something we're going into it, understanding that this is just what we're doing. And so, you know, it's a lot. Are we building each other up? Are we building something together? Are you someone that can be relied upon? Is, you know, the woman someone you can go to and rely on? If I call you in the middle of the night, are you going to answer? And, you know, it's that equal give and take. We don't need the same things, but we need just as much as what we need. If that makes sense.
Craig says you always got double standards as black women. You all want to be respected when it benefits you, and then you don't give the same in return.
Well, I don't know who he's speaking to.
He said black women.
I mean, if we're going to generalize, we can make generalizations for black men too. But I'm not talking. I'm so far past pointing the finger. When are we going to stop shooting at each other with these fingers and all these judgments and say, you know what? disarm yourself, black man. Like, I am not your enemy. I'm not here to fight you. I don't want to fight you. I want to protect you as I'm supposed to as your woman, not necessarily go out here and fight all of your battles, but I have your back. And if you're with someone who you can't be that person with, then you are bad at picking. That has nothing to do with a black woman. Every black woman is not the same. And every black woman is not looking to just get what she can receive from you.
Ooh. Greg says when you learn to mind and get in line with us. Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, Craig, let me say this to you. When you're talking about get in line and mind, do you have something worth minding? Do you have something getting in line, something worth getting in line for? Because one thing I'm not is anybody's fool. And you're not going to put me on a plank and say, this is my line, and then I'm jumping off of some ship that's sturdy. So if your program is a program that is, and let's be very, very clear, the man is definitely the leader of the household. But a leader does not have to lead with an iron fist. If you really look at the most effective leaders, they are people of compassion. They are kind. If you have to rule with an iron fist, you should be questioning your own manhood. Because I don't have to roar if I'm a man. I am just my pure being of who I am should be enough for my woman to be secure enough in her womanhood that she's going to want to follow me. So, Craig, you need to ask yourself, the women that you're dealing with, are you presenting yourself in a way that you should be presenting yourself to make her want to submit to your program?
Craig said, I'm the leader, provider, and keeper. I lead with love and compassion. This is what he said.
But understand that that's not all men.
No, this is what he says he is. I mean, I'm really a conduit. I don't want to get in between that. Yeah, but I hear you. I hear you. You know, it's a shame that we have to have these conversations because of others' spaces and lives and their expressions of what they feel life should be for them, and that's that. I thank you for your time for coming on.
Always. Thank you.
Have a good evening. If you're just joining the show, man, the topic is what do black women want? What do women want, damn it? What do black women really want? And we're talking about the fact that, there was some topic in regards to an expression of art that was actually carried on the Meek's bus and his album cover. But it was done by a woman. So the artistic expression was not biased, I don't think. It wasn't sexually biased or whatever. It was just merely a maricopa, so to speak, of what we see in what we call our urbanized community. Whether it's the strippers, whether it's the money, whether it's the little guys, the 12 o'clock boys, on the bikes, the cars, the haircuts, the trips to, a lot of young people, they go to Miami now, or wherever they're going, to the islands, whatever, the palm trees, all of that kind of stuff. These are what that depicted. And, I guess at this point in this stage in my media life, I'm numb to it. So I don't have an emotional thought about it. I have no real feeling about it. It's just what we see on a daily. And, perception is everything. You got to understand, when you got a society, when we see this on a daily basis, we got this out here, and it's free. It's free. Why are we talking about what the kids are going to see? Because trust me, They don't ever have to leave their home to see it driving down the street. They can sit right there in mommy and daddy phone and see this all day long. All day long. All day long. We can ask when is it going to change, but shit, we know it's not going to change. It's only going to get worse. Especially for us. They want us running around doing the coon shit, the buffoonery, the shaking and the twerking, because that's what animals do. That's what monkeys do. That's what we're expected to do. That's what's expected of us, because we don't see any value in us. You young ladies out here that are willing to do that, god damn it, if your ass is all you got, you ain't got nothing. That shit's gonna be short-lived, and you're gonna be ragged out, dragged out, and when you finally get to the point where you want to take yourself seriously, no one else will. You will always be that ass twerking whore. Whether you got an OnlyFans page, a Patreon, whatever the fuck it is you got, trust me, the time you're exposed, no one's gonna take you serious. My thing is, you want respect, and you have ladies who garner that respect because of the way they carry themselves. They're dignified. It's a shame that that's so far removed because of the expectation of vanity. Vanity is driving you down a hole, man. Nothing's more beautiful than a woman who can naturally maintain herself. Not all that shit you putting in you and hacking and all. I mean, I get it. You know, you got a mommy makeover or whatever shit, you know, a little tummy tuck here and there, but you start altering other shit, how long do you think that's going to hold up before you have to go and get patched? And I know you saw the Death Becomes Her. Yeah. You bitches need to watch Death Becomes Her, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's Bruce Willis and Nicole Kidman and somebody else in that movie. Yeah. Go get that movie. It's a classic. Death Becomes Her. And you'll understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's y'all. When you were naturally made perfectly. Yeah. Shame. Ride down the road, throw your lips out. White woman grab them, motherfuckers. Go there. I'll take those. Go right on. Talk about you, shame you, have you looking all kinds of ways, man, and want to be you. Want to be you, down to your nappy, kinky hair. Yeah. But, same token, I guess to a degree I'm a feminist. I love all things women. I just don't like what some females do. And when I say I don't like what they do, it means that I don't like what they do and try to mask it in ways that they're not doing things. And that's not cool. But that's a whole nother story. But aside from this coonery that we discussing, man, this is what I want to talk about. I keep saying it. Plagiarism is a motherfucker. And I'm letting it be known tonight. I'm going in this son of a bitch and I'm going to dissect it. And I'm changing all of the words around and I'm creating our own or my own federation. It's going to be the Federation of Survivors of Slavery in these here United States of America. Yeah. Shout out to all my HOTEP folks, my FBAs. Get at me. I'm going to need you. Yeah. We're going to go get this money. Yeah. Build us some schools or some shit like that. Create us some programs, and so I can do some crowdfunding for some of us. See, the thing of it is, this shit right here, when I get into it, it's like this goes as far back as the Orthodox Church in Russia. What does that have to do with anything that happened on these here United States, on this soil? Not a damn thing. So I'm trying to figure out how were they able to collect it twice? They got this shit twice. You hear me? We're still waiting for one payment. And everybody that's asked for the check, they went away from here in a box. You hear me? Martin Luther King, he changed his tune. He stopped that civil rights, that We shall overcome shit and start asking for the check. That's why they got him up out of here. Yeah. Shame, man. Shame. But they got us talking about the coonery so they can continue to pull the wool over your eyes. Have you voting and doing the shit they want you to do with no accountability. We have to start making folks accountable, starting in the grassroots, in the cities we live in, the towns we live in. Got to start going to those city and those town hall meetings they have on you. I mean, you see them sitting there on C-SPAN or your local access channel, and you just flip on through it because you want to watch the next show. Fuck that shit. But the whole time, shit, they just ran a bill where your great-grandmama's house sitting there, and now they've claimed it, eminent domain. And there's nothing you can do about it because, hell, you didn't go down there and fight for it because you didn't know about it. Or you didn't take the time to apply yourself to find out about it. Yeah. Anyway, man, I'll be back here tomorrow, man. You're watching me because I'm watching you. And all you're getting, get understanding. Continue to go and grow. Read, people. Read. Pick up a book. Pick up a paper. Read. Read. Don't just see it on this thing, man. Print it out. Old school, man. You got to touch it. Feel it. You got to know that it's real. Put it in front of you. Read it. Dissect it. A lot of the problems is we don't want to read shit. We want the easy thing. We want to see it. We want to hear people talk. Understand this. If you're willing to listen to a motherfucker rap to you all day, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. A motherfucker can tell you anything. Tell you, hey, man, it is golden water and it's good to drink. And all day long, it's pissing on your head. Yeah. Yourself together, people. Get yourself together. My whole thing is, I sat right here with you guys tonight. And you know what? I think I wasted an hour talking about another motherfucker's bus. And his ass is getting his money. And we talking about the fact that he's out here getting his money. Free promo and marketing. Propaganda like a motherfucker. And everybody's looking for this bus. Shout out to me. Get your money, man. Get your money. Yeah. Coonery is real. Distractions. We can't get jammed up in those things, man. We got to stay up on shit like this. Stay up on shit like this. Got to. Yep. But, yeah. You know, all you're getting, man. Get you some understanding, get you some grace, get you some rest.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the ROMELLO Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring him out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.